Have you ever had one moment, one single second that split your life into before and after? For 17-year-old Aria Thompson, that moment happened on a rainy Tuesday in the school cafeteria. Aria wasn't rich. She wasn't even middle class. She lived with her mom in a tiny apartment above a laundromat. Every dollar was counted twice. But Aria never let that stop her smile. She worked hard, got perfect grades, and dreamed of becoming the first person in her family to go to college. That day, she walked into the cafeteria carrying a small paper bag, her lunch. Inside was a peanut butter sandwich and an apple. Simple, honest, enough. Across the room sat Vanessa Pierce, the queen of Westbridge High. Designer bag, perfect hair, and a laugh that could cut glass. Vanessa's dad owned half the malls in the state. Money wasn't just something she had, it was who she was. Vanessa spotted Aria and smirked. She stood up on the bench, yes, on the actual bench, and pointed. "Hey everyone, look who brought charity food again." The cafeteria went silent. Then the laughter started. Phones came out, someone shouted, "What is that, food stamp gourmet?" Aria's cheeks burned. She wanted to disappear. But Vanessa wasn't done. She jumped down, walked straight to Aria, and snatched the bag from her hands. "Seriously, Aria, you're embarrassing all of us just by existing. Do us a favor and eat in the bathroom from now on." She crushed the bag in her fist and tossed it into the trash, right in front of 300 people. Aria didn't cry. Not there. She just looked Vanessa dead in the eyes and said, so quietly, only Vanessa could hear, "One day, you'll wish you never did that." Vanessa laughed louder. "Yeah, with what army, poor girl?" But something in Aria's voice made Vanessa's smile flicker, just for a second. After that day, life became a nightmare for Aria. Vanessa made it her personal mission to remind everyone that Aria didn't belong. Fake Instagram accounts posted pictures of Aria's worn-out shoes with captions like, "Guess who shops in the dumpster?" Someone poured soda on Aria's backpack. Her locker was covered in stickers that read, "Scholarship trash." The worst part? Most kids just watched. Some even joined in because being on Vanessa's side felt safer. At home, Aria's mom noticed the light in her daughter's eyes was fading. "Baby, what's wrong?" Aria forced to smile. "Nothing, Mom. Just school." But inside, something was growing, quiet, cold, and patient. Aria started staying late in the library, not to study anymore. She was researching. She learned that Vanessa's dad, Mr. Pierce, was about to launch the biggest luxury mall in the state. Investors were pouring in millions. The grand opening was in 6 months, and Vanessa was going to be the face of the teen fashion campaign. Aria stared at the computer screen and whispered to herself, 6 months. That's all I need. Here's something nobody at school knew. Aria wasn't just smart. She was a genius with computers. By 14, she was already helping small companies fix their websites for extra cash. Now, she used every skill she had. But this time, it wasn't for money. Late at night, when her mom was asleep, Aria worked on something she called Project Mirror. She discovered that Pierce Luxury Group had been cheating on taxes for years. Hidden accounts, fake donations, money moved to offshore banks. But the real bombshell? Mr. Pierce had been stealing designs from young, unknown designers, paying them pennies, then selling the clothes for thousands under his daughter's original teen brand. Aria collected proof, emails, bank records, signed contracts that were basically robbery on paper. She stored everything on an encrypted drive. And then she waited. 6 months later, the new mall glittered like a palace. Red carpet, celebrities, news cameras everywhere. Vanessa stood on stage in a custom gown, smiling for the flashing lights. Her father gave a speech about hard work and giving back to the community. Aria was there too, but nobody recognized her. New dress, new hair. She looked like she belonged. She had a press badge. She'd made it herself the night before. When the speech ended and the crowd cheered, the giant screens behind the stage suddenly went black. Then, a video started playing. It was Mr. Pierce's own voice, recorded phone calls where he laughed about screwing over those broke artists. Bank statements flashed, emails, proof. The crowd went dead silent. Vanessa's face on stage turned white. Security tried to shut it down, but Aria had looped the video across every screen in the mall and sent it live to every major news station in the state. Mr. Pierce started screaming at his team. Vanessa just stood frozen, mouth open, tears ruining her perfect makeup. By the next morning, everything collapsed. Investors pulled out, the mall's opening was canceled, police and IRS agents showed up at the Pierce mansion. Vanessa's teen brand? Dead. Stores pulled her clothes off the shelves the same day. Westbridge High expelled Vanessa, not for bullying, but because her family could no longer afford the tuition after the lawsuits started pouring in. And Aria? The young designers who had been robbed came forward. They thanked the anonymous source who gave them proof to sue. A GoFundMe was created for Aria's college. Within 48 hours, it hit $2 million. People all over the country were calling her a hero. A week later, Aria was packing up her locker when someone appeared in front of her. Vanessa. No designer bag, no perfect hair, just red eyes and a hoodie. She couldn't even look Aria in the face. I'm sorry, Vanessa whispered. I didn't know it would. I didn't think. Aria closed her locker slowly. You didn't think I was human, Aria said calmly. You thought people like me were just background characters in your story. Vanessa started crying. My dad might go to prison. We're losing everything. Aria looked at her for a long moment. Then maybe now you'll learn what it feels like to have everything taken away because someone more powerful decided you don't matter. She walked past Vanessa without another word. Vanessa slid down the locker and sobbed on the floor. This time, nobody filmed it. 2 years later, Aria is studying computer science at Stanford. Full scholarship, plus the fund that never stopped growing. She started her own ethical fashion brand that only works with young designers and pays them fairly. It's already worth millions. Vanessa? She transferred to public school, works weekends at a coffee shop, keeps her head down. Some say she's changed. Some say damage like that never really goes away. But the real story isn't about who won or lost. It's about what happens when you treat people like they're beneath you. One crushed lunch bag started it all. One moment of cruelty created a chain reaction that brought an empire to its knees. So the next time you see someone being put down for being less than, remember Aria and Vanessa, because karma isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just a quiet girl with a computer and a very long memory. Hey, beautiful people, if you felt every emotion during this story, do me a huge favor right now. Drop a like on this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for a new revenge story every single week. And in the comments, tell me 2 things. 1, which city or country you're watching from right now. 2, what part of the story hit you the hardest? I read every single comment, I promise. See you in the next one. Stay kind, or karma might be watching.